One represented the system, the other fought to break it. In the world of sports entertainment, few rivalries have ever captured the essence of rebellion versus establishment like John Cena and CM Punk. This is the story of two men from different worlds whose paths collided and created one of the most unforgettable sagas in professional wrestling history. John Cena burst onto the scene in WWE in 2002. With the backing of Vince McMahon and a blue-collar swagger, Cena clawed his way from the mid-card to the main events. His mantra? Hustle, loyalty, and respect. From his United States title run to his transition into the face of the company, Cena became the embodiment of WWE's brand. Meanwhile, in the underground wrestling circuit, a young, straight-edge Chicago native was making waves. CM Punk was cutting raw, passionate promos in Ring of Honor, building a cult following based on his defiance of the norms. Punk's message was clear. He didn't need vices to stand out. His voice and in-ring ability were enough. Punk arrived in WWE via ECW in 2006. While Cena was headlining WrestleManias, Punk was battling for TV time. But the contrast was evident. Cena was the company man, while Punk, he was the rebellion. By 2009 and 2010, Punk had carved out space. The straight-edge society, while compelling, was undercut and short-lived. He was vocal, different, but often kept at arm's length of creative. Cena's dominance, however, was unwavering. He battled the Nexus, racked up championships, and became the superhero of the WWE. But fans were beginning to notice something. Punk started using commentary spots to speak truth to power. His voice was real, unfiltered. He began cutting through corporate gloss. While Cena represented the system, Punk began speaking for those who felt left behind. Then it happened. June 27th, 2011, a night that changed wrestling forever. Sitting cross-legged on the stage, Punk dropped what is known as the pipe bomb. He ripped into Cena. He tore down Vince. He blurred the lines between storyline and reality. He said what no one else dared to say, and the people listened. In an instant, CM Punk became one of the most compelling figures in wrestling. WWE, sensing the groundswell, booked the unthinkable. CM Punk versus John Cena for the WWE Championship at Money in the Bank in Punk's hometown of Chicago. The Allstate Arena shook like a battleground. The hero of Chicago, CM Punk, walked down the aisle to a deafening roar. Cena, the corporate hero, was booked like a villain. What followed was magic. A 5-star classic. Raw emotion, perfect storytelling, and real stakes. Punk won, clean, and then he blew a kiss goodbye to Vince McMahon and walked out of the company with the championship. It was legendary. It was real. It was CM Punk at his peak. The aftermath was called the Summer of Punk, but creative soon intervened. Punk returned, now under a new contract. John Cena was crowned the interim champion. A collision was inevitable. They faced off again, but this time, Triple H, Kevin Nash, and the convoluted storytelling muddied the waters. Punk won the title again at Survivor Series, but the magic of that summer was gone. WWE had taken something raw and electrifying and sterilized it. From late 2011 to early 2013, Punk held the championship for 434 days, the longest reign of the modern era at the time. Meanwhile, Cena shifted his focus to another titan, The Rock. The two headlined WrestleMania twice, and while Cena battled Hollywood's icon, Punk was left off the WrestleMania main event cards. It was a bitter pill. Punk, despite being champion, still felt like an outsider. January 2013, CM Punk defended his title against The Rock at the Royal Rumble. The crown was torn, but Punk had lost. Meanwhile, Cena won the Royal Rumble. The stage was set. Rock vs. Cena 2. The champion who'd held the title for over a year, discarded. Punk's rage grew. In interviews and appearances, he made his frustrations known. Once again, the system has chosen its poster boy. There was one last match, February 25th, 2013. Raw. Cena vs. Punk. They delivered another instant classic. But this time, Cena had won. Clean. It was the last time they'd ever face off, and it marked the end of their direct rivalry. 1 year later, CM Punk was gone. Tired, injured, and fed up. He walked out of the WWE in January 2014 and never looked back. Not for years. Cena continued. He carried the company, created the US Open Challenge, and slowly transitioned into a part-timer as Hollywood came calling. But fans always remembered the era when Punk stood toe-to-toe with Cena and debatably won. In 2021, CM Punk shocked the world. He returned, but not to WWE. He debuted in AEW to thunderous applause, saying, "I'm back for the fans." Cena, now balancing acting and wrestling, praised Punk's legacy in interviews. The mutual respect was clear. They were never best friends, but they understood each other. In 2023, Punk returned again, this time to WWE. The crowd erupted. The prodigal son was home. Though they didn't cross paths again, their legacy was sealed. John Cena was the system. CM Punk was the voice fighting against it. In the end, both made each other better. Both defined by an era, and both became legend. This wasn't just a feud. It was a legacy, forever etched in the fabric of professional wrestling. Cena and Punk, fittingly, will cross paths one final time at WWE Night of Champions for the WWE Undisputed title once again. Two icons finalizing the score, whether it's Punk walking out triumphant or Cena standing tall. The real victory is the story they told across decades. The rivalry isn't just about wins or losses. It's about belief, defiance, and proving who truly belongs on top. One last clash, one lasting legacy. Punk versus Cena, forever.